Good morning. Yes, this is Beyond the Headlines on GbaramatuVoiceTV, reaching you from the Niger Delta Media Center, Ogunowari, Delta State. Yesterday is the 20th day of February 2025. Bertolowo is my name, and we are here to take you beyond the news, giving you in-depth analysis, perspectives that matters, and exclusive insights.
Thank you for joining us on the program this morning. This is Beyond the Headlines. We are here to give you details beyond the news headlines. Lizzie Edopolo is my name. Thank you. Do not forget to follow us on the program this morning. Drop your thoughts on the comment section as we will recognize all your comments. Thank you.
Yes, we have a lot to unpack today, from the recent passing and following the recent passing of Edwin Clark. Yes, we have messages that we want to, take you guys on today from our prominent leaders across the nation. And we'll also be having our guests in the studio this morning that will be connecting with person of His Highness Alabonengi James OON, the second Vice President, Ijaw National Congress. Please stay tuned with us. Yes, but quickly before we continue, it is very, very paramount that we recognize our audience joining us live this morning. Yes, I've been seeing so many people on this live. I'm starting Oro Godin or Mo Tekoro, if I'm actually pronouncing your name correctly. Thank you for joining this live. Thank you for staying tuned with us. We are pleased to have you watching us live this morning. Linda Yebao, thank you for joining. Asante, yes, thank you for watching this live. It is very, very important that you write down in the comment section where you are watching us from. We want to know where you're watching us from, whether in diaspora or right here in our country, whatever states you're watching us from, your communities. Please do well to write it down in the comment section below. And whatever happenings in your society, and if you have a contribution you want to talk about following the recent happenings around our communities, you can write that down as well. And following the passing of late Edwin Clark, if you have something you want to talk about him, you can put that down on the comment section as well. Lucky Ayolo, thank you for joining this live. Peter Zebulun, thank you for joining. Innocent Ayuba, thank you for joining. We appreciate. Please go nowhere because we have a lot to unpack today. It promises to be educative and informative as well. Diwere Yerin Dega, thank you for joining. She's saying good morning. Innocent is also saying good morning. Recent Dega as well is saying good morning. Please, where are you watching us from? I want to know especially. Priye is also watching. Ojumiri is watching this live this morning. Sir George Blessing is saying good morning. Yes, Lucky is saying, that's Timmy Odi is saying, good morning, Baramatu Voice. Proud of you, watching from Edo State, Egbema Kingdom. Thank you very much for watching. We really do appreciate. Ojumiri is saying, watching live from the creek. What is happening right there? We want to know. Tell us what we don't know that, people need to know. We want to know, and we will definitely talk about it as well. Okay, Opu is saying good morning to you, or watching from Kaduna State. Wow, it's that far. Thank you for staying tuned with us. We really, really, really do appreciate. Egbema Ada Kaboro, thank you for joining. Please, we want to know where you're watching us from. And please, if you have a contribution about our hero, late by Edwin Clark, something you know about him, maybe you have like a personal relationship with him, you have something you want to talk about, you can put it down in the comment section, and we'll talk about it, we'll read it out loud, because that would definitely be one of the things we'll be talking about today on this program. Thank you very much. Please go nowhere. Stay tuned with us on the business of the day.
Okay, following the passing of our beloved father, Pa Edwin Clark, we'll be doing a lot of talking about him today because we'll be honoring him as a father figure, an irrepressible voice, and the Ezoibe Kikolo way, which means the Ijaw man who was taking care of the Ijaw tribe. Please, we'll be talking a lot about his legacy on the program this morning. But before we do that, and before our guests join us on the program, we'll be reviewing some of our Nigerian newspapers. Please don't go nowhere. The first on my list this morning is the Daily Trust newspaper. Osun Council crisis deepen as sacked chairmen take over the local government. Why we engage another service provider for 2025, Ajab Nakom. AGF to governors. Sacking elected local government chairs is treason. You can find that on page 3 of the Daily Trust newspaper. Man kills friend after serving him meal. This is serious. You can also find that on page 5 of the Daily Trust newspaper. Federal government to bar 60,000 litre fuel tankers from road March 1st. So I'll take that again. Federal government to bar 60,000 litre fuel tankers from road from March 1st. Policy will cost truck owners 300 billion naira. NATO. 172 oil trucks accidents. 1,896 deaths reported since 2009. That will be all on the Daily Trust newspaper this morning.
Yes, quickly, I'll be talking on the Punch newspaper. Dangote and NPCL refineries are not supplying 50% local fuel demand, said federal government. That you would get more details on page 31 of the Punch newspaper. Moving forward, CBN probes 19.7 million dormant bank accounts. That you would also get on page 31 of the Punch newspaper. Visa. Again, CDS defense handling of Canadian visa application. Now you would get more of these details on page 16 of the Punch newspaper. Federal government demands $81 billion from Binance for alleged tax evasion. Now you'd get these details on page 16 of the Punch newspaper. Now the lead story: Nigerian may miss $603 million fund. Senate summons service chiefs. Borno asks federal government to lead probe. USAID's 2025 budget targets defense, health, others. That you would get more supporting details on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. Lagos Assembly, Obasa denies stockpiling arms. Marenda refutes resignation claim. Now you'd get more supporting details on page 24 of the Punch newspaper. Policemen, complainants arrested over newlyweds' deaths in custody. Now you'd get these details on page 5 of the Punch newspaper. And lastly, local government autonomy, CBN 774 chairman defer over council's account opening. Now you would get more of these details on page 23 of the Punch newspaper. And that is all I have for you on the Punch newspaper.
Okay, back to our newspaper review this morning. On Tribune, we have Osun Assembly condemns takeover of local government secretariat by APC. You'll find details of this story on page 4 of the Tribune newspaper. We also have a leading story here. Alleged funding of Boko Haram by USAID. Senate invites Nigeria Security Agency, NSA, NIA, and DSS chief. You will get the full story on page 4. Also on Tribune, we have Edo Assembly sacks all political appointees. You'll find details of the story on page 5. Kebbi APC holds rally, declares support for Tinubu. You will find that on page 3 of the Tribune newspaper. Kari dispels foil quality rumor, says is bad marketing antics. You will also find details of this on page 11 of the Guardian of the Tribune newspaper. This is all on the Tribune this morning.
Yes, quickly before I move to the Guardian newspaper, I also want to recognize my audience watching us live on this show. Okay. Lizzie Beniway, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, she's saying, good morning, Baramatu Voice. Good morning to you too. Ebitaba Roju is watching. Please, we want to see your comments, we want to see your contributions on the issue we'll be discussing extensively today. And, I'll do well by reading it out. Now, MC Abioka, the entertainer, is saying good morning. Good morning to you too. Raf Akata is saying, good morning, Gbaramatu Voice. I'm watching live from Warri. Thank you very much for stating where you're watching from. It is an honor. Now, as CIA and Naibo David, that is our one and only reporter, is watching us live. Thank you very much, sir. He's saying, watching from number 5 Swamp Road, the residence of late Dr. Senator Clark's compound. Thank you very much, sir. I hope you have one or two information for us there. Okay, quick